This time on Roadkill Garage, the Crusher Impala is back, better than ever. Hit it, driver! First run of the day. Now, we really have no idea what to expect. It's a whole different combination on the suspension. It's a lot tighter than it used to be, so whether it's gonna hook up or just break the tires loose, I don't know. Moving into the staging area, remember, the reaction time does not count at all in the ET, so he's just gonna take his time on the launch. It's staged, counting down.
Okay, the new meme is going to be Roadkill Garage and column shifters. For some reason, this thing worked perfectly up till now, and now I can't get the thing to shift right. Same problem as the crop duster. Pretty embarrassing.
It just ran the 1127, just laying on the rev limiter for who knows how much. So that's the fastest the car has gone by over half a second.
I just can't get the thing from first to second.
Dude,
it's the crop duster problem.
You can't shift the gears, but it ran in the 1127.
Really?
Yeah, can you believe that?
1127 at 119 with a 151/860 foot.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
I was on the rev limiter for 3 minutes.
I know. That thing would run a 10-second quarter mile if you could shift the gears.
Man, that's
I was
annoying.
Not expecting that. This thing just, it hauls Badinsky, man.
You know what? I had practiced this while we were driving and had no problem, and now it's an issue. Man.
That is unbelievable. How come it's so fast?
Because it has all that big block torque, Dulcich.
Oh, I know, but it's only got 530 horsepower.
I know.
It just hooks and goes. Those 29" by 10 slicks are pretty good. And I like the way you're getting a lot of heat in them in the burnout.
Yeah. And you know what?
What?
My theory was proven correct. With those drum brakes, I can hold 3,500 RPM on the line.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Give her help, Freiberger.
Boom. Okay, I think I can do this.
Okay, we've got a definite problem here on the 1-2 shift.
Okay, that I don't understand. I left it in drive and it hit the rev limiter. Okay, explain this one to me. I left it in drive. I didn't touch it.
Yeah, that's what we were just going to suggest that you do. I was going to say, why don't you try it in drive? I didn't realize you already did that. It doesn't want to shift.
That was in drive,
Yeah.
and it hit the rev limiter.
So it doesn't matter what you're doing when you're shifting manually. It's not shifting any earlier than it is in drive.
Right. And is it dropping fluid on the track right now?
You started leaking, you're starting to drop some water. Do you have the fans off?
No, they're on.
Yeah.
Right? Is any of this getting on the track? When it first did it, I thought it was oil out of the breathers. But do you want to pop the hood and see if it's overflowing or anything?
Oh no, the battery is.
Oh, the battery.
That's battery acid.
Oh, how'd that happen?
I don't know. Look at that hole in the battery right there.
It must have leaned back into the alternator. What happened to the hold down? The hold down failed and it fell into the alternator. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Once again, here we are at historic Famoso drag strip. Steve?
Yes.
We're gonna go through the motions here, but really it's a foregone conclusion. Very anticlimactic what's about to happen.
Really?
Oh yeah, we're just gonna roll out there and run like, 1084 on the first pass and pack it up and go home.
Well, you're minimalizing this, but to me, it's the accumulation of my dreams for this car. Even though it's not mine, I feel like a certain sense of pride of ownership.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
No, I like it when you get attached to my garbage.
I know.
The Crusher Impala's never been better than it is at this particular moment. What do we got? 498 cubic inch big block Chevy.
Not just any 498 big block Chevy, but one that we built with our own hands.
Bare hands.
Yeah.
It has a quick performance 9-inch with 350 gears, and it made 530 horsepower to the tire.
Now you just go out there and get it done, bro.
How many times has this not happened?
Every time.
This is it. I hope this is a one and done. If the car hooks up, then I think it runs what we need it to run.
The burnout could have been a little hotter, I think. It's all going to come down to traction off the line and whether that transmission is shifting right. I think we have enough horsepower to get this done. I've got fingers crossed.
Steve will just keep talking if I don't stage, so I'm staging. Ooh, just tickling it.
Shift! Ah! What happened there?
I lifted because I thought it wasn't shifting, and then it shifted. It takes longer to shift than I anticipated. So that wasn't gonna do it. We'll have to go right back.
11:25, so a couple of tenths off. I don't know what happened on that 1-2 shift. I'm just gonna have to talk to David. I really can't identify what it was, but I heard a stutter.
I think the governor weights in this thing don't want to shift to like $7 grand. I think is the deal. All our vitals are looking good.
What did that sound like to you, Khalid?
I don't know, it just sounded like everything shut off.
It was like a stutter.
Yeah.
All right, no big surprise there. He's going straight back to the starting line. That tells me one thing. He already knows what he can do differently. Is there 3 tenths in Freiberger's mind right now? I think so.
No idea what it ran, don't care.
I'm confident. He's got something in mind here. I hope he knows what he's doing. He's got a lot of experience with these things. Let's see if it pulls a tire off the starting line. All right, that shifted a lot better. No stutter, he's shifting at a lower RPM. $10.96, yeah! That's our 10-second time slip. Read them and weep.
Well, it spun the tires pretty hard off the line that time, but it went through the gears. I short shifted first, second, because I thought it was just gonna keep going, but the transmission's working. It's weird, the car is geared so high with that 350 rear gear that it doesn't go third gear until almost in the lights. Uh-oh, Steve's got a good look on his face.
What did you say?
I said you have a good look on your face.
Check it out, bro.
Done.
Yes.
1096 at 123.61, which is the fastest it's ever been.
I need to look inside the mind of Freiberger here.
Okay.
Okay, because it seemed like there was a stutter on the 1-2 shift. And I thought if Freiberger knows he's gonna drive right past me, straight up to the starting line and make another pass,
with an adjustment?
Well, I short shifted 1-2 really badly. It shifted at like 6,000 RPM.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, the gear in the car is so high, you don't shift into third until you're at like 1,200 feet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
if
the
this
worst.
thing had a gear in it, it would be much quicker.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, it felt like it was just driving over the tire off the line. It felt like the tire's too soft and it was balling up. It seemed like it wasn't shifting. And then I freaked out and lifted because it's got no rev limiter on it.
Right.
And then it shifted, so I just kept going. And the second time I thought, it's just gonna shift.
The second time it was,
So it went.
it was just,
Yeah.
it was a baby cruise pretty much.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, I just thought
Yeah.
it was like,
It is.
yeah,
The car just takes a beating and doesn't really care,
No.
except for when it breaks.
yeah,
But finally, it's a 10-second car.
it is.
I always said that if it just did it, we were gonna pack it up and go home, it's good enough.
No, you're gonna go again.
We have to.
Yeah.
Here's what we're looking at on the track. You can see it in the marks here on the track. There's one there, one there, one there, one there. The tire's so soft that it sort of cups and wrinkles right on the ground.
You can see it all the way
Yeah.
out.
With more air in the tire, it won't wrinkle up like I was showing you on the starting line. With a big, heavy car like this, with a reasonable amount of power, it's not uncommon to have to put more tire pressure in the tire. So what you're gonna see is that the tire's not gonna hit the track as hard, it won't wrinkle as much, and it won't wad up on the track surface as much if we put a little bit more air pressure in it.
Okay, so we've already had the bunny round. We have our 10-second time slip. Now it's just all for ego gratification. That was a nice launch. I think he's winding it out a little higher too.
I think that was gonna be better.
And the number is?
1095.
1095. Okay, we shaved 100th.
It left smooth, didn't spin the tire, higher shift point. I think that was gonna be good. That time it didn't feel like it left as hard, as violently, it was smoother. So we'll find out if that's quicker.
Whoa, Nelly.
What?
Yeah. You picked up 100th.
100th?
Yeah, it slowed down though too. It ran 121.94, and it was at 10.95 with the 1.
So either it really doesn't like the higher shift point, or it got hot and slowed down. Either way, that's a big win, Steve.
Oh.
That's a goal we've had for this car since day one, and now it can go back to a gentle life of relentless burnouts.
Burnouts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it's for. Crusher Impala for the win.